low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go.
What's up, everybody? Henry Cejudo here, aka Triple C, and I have a question for you guys. Do you guys like easy money?
Easy money, bro. Easy money, man.
That's right. You guys, thank you guys, and welcome to this episode of Bet Like a Go, where you are going to trust yours truly, Henry Cejudo, aka Triple C. Let's get down to it. I got my notebook here where I am going to be showing you guys a breakdown of the stats and then taking it to the gym. Let's start off with the main event. Khamzat Chimaev versus Nate Diaz. Okay, Chimaev, notes on him is 11-0 in MMA, 5-0 in the UFC. Second highest strikes landed per minute in UFC history. Fifth best striking difference in UFC history. Fourth highest submission average per 15-minute among active fighters, only behind Charles the Bronx. Nate Diaz. Let's get down to him. Nate Diaz tied for the fourth most submissions in UFC history with 9. Tied for the third most post-fight bonuses of all time, 15. Fifth most strikes landed in UFC history with 2,386. That's a lot. Last win was over 3 years ago. Anthony Pettis hasn't won by stoppage in 6 years. Conor McGregor. I think it's important to break down the stats because, you know, sometimes you don't want to make a bet based on emotions, you know. But that being said, I'm looking at this fight, and it's the clash of two different styles. A style of a guy who likes to throw, has great striking, he will accumulate strikes in Nate Diaz, and he's very good on bottom. But then two, we have the hungry lion in Khamzat Chimaev, a fighter who is new to the UFC, a fighter who has a chip on his shoulder, a fighter who has that true confidence, that belief system. One, he's got great and awesome wrestling, and then two, his gas tank, his tenacity, the fact that he has will. We saw with the fight with Gilbert Burns. I mean, this is a matchup where a lot of these fighters are probably sleeping on Nate Diaz, but you cannot sleep on Nate Diaz because the man is a veteran, the man is experienced, and if you were to give Nate Diaz one more minute in that fight with Leon Edwards, the current champ, who knows what could have happened. But anyways, that being said, you guys heard the stats. Now, let's take it to the gym.
Khamzat Chimaev, Nate Diaz. What can we say about this fight? This fight is taking place this weekend. We got Nate Diaz, who people are sleeping on. You guys have to remember, man, this guy has fight whomever the UFC has put in front of him. And in essence, even asking for a guy like Khamzat Chimaev, which a lot of people ain't doing, the scariest man in the welterweight division in the UFC. There's one thing that people do sleep on with Nate Diaz is his durability of being able to go 25 minutes and beyond. And that's the stuff that makes Diaz scary, is the fact that he has that grit. If you guys go back and watch that fight with him and Leon Edwards, the current welterweight champion of the world, you give Nate Diaz an extra minute, and Nate Diaz literally becomes a new welterweight champion of the world. But that being said, he's going up against Khamzat Chimaev, the guy, the Dagestani who wrestles, the Dagestani who has been in there with the top contenders now in the world and pretty much showing a clinic. So Khamzat Chimaev is very skilled because of his top control. Khamzat Chimaev is very skilled because of his will. Everything that Nate Diaz has, Khamzat has too. Durability, grit, striking. The wrestling is what's really going to be the difference in this fight. Because this is where Khamzat is, that he wants to go. He wants to be here. He wants to eventually grab the takedown to eventually lock him up Khabib style, to eventually find a way to come up top. You know, to eventually find a way to go up top, to wrist control, lock his opponent up, to eventually just ground and pound. Remember, I'm not working jiu-jitsu here. I am not. This is top control, folk style type wrestling where they make you get up, looking for the back to eventually choke his opponents out. It's pretty simple, man. These guys try to make you work with their top control. It's controlling wrists, controlling legs, and just ground and pounding the crap out of you. Now the question is, what is it that Nate Diaz could do? Could Nate Diaz, off the takedowns, could he find a way to really make Chimaev work? If he's able to make Chimaev work with the strikes and all that, people do get tired. You can get tired being on top. But if Nate Diaz could make him work and catch it to his feet, this is where the triathlete tends to have more conditioning. You know, the tougher the fight gets, the more it's gonna go on Nate Diaz's side, for the simple reason as his conditioning is second to none. He may not have that explosive power, but what he does have is he has condition. He does have grit, and that's all thanks to that. The other thing too is, can Nate Diaz stop Chimaev from taking him down from the cage? If he's comfortable here in the cage, boom, boom, and able to bring it to the center, he's gonna have a better probability of actually beating Chimaev. But at the end of the day, it's hard to go against Chimaev, who is undefeated, who has been proven, who just had a slugfest with Gilbert Burns. Can Chimaev, if Chimaev can really cut his weight right and not being so fatigued and not overtrained, I think he gets the job done early. But that being said, I just can't go there. I'm gonna have to go. It's gonna be a 25-minute match between Nate Diaz and Khamzat Chimaev. So there you have it. You guys make sure, bet like a goat. Brought to you by BetOnline. Triple C is out!
And now let's take it to the co-main event. None other than Tony Ferguson, and again, you guys gotta excuse my apology here, against Jingliang, also known as the Leech. Let's go over some of the career stats. For the Leech, he is 10 of 19 career wins by knockout. Last 4 wins by TKO. Won 5 of last 7 fights, obviously only losing to Khamzat Chimaev and Neil Magny. Now let's go over some of the notes that I have with Tony Ferguson. I got my notes here. Tony Ferguson, 38 years old, lost 4 of his 4 straight fights, hasn't won in over 3 years, knocked out by Michael Chandler in his last fight almost 4 months ago. Fighting at welterweight for the first time since 2011. That's the Ultimate Fighter. I think part of Tony's probably maybe his problem is the fact that he probably overtrained. He did a lot of crazy things, and I'm just not sure if a lot of that stuff I'm pretty sure that stuff caught up to him. So for that reason, I want to take it to the gym, but I just want to say that these stats are extremely important because sometimes you do not want to bet emotional. So that being said, guys, who am I putting my money on? Who am I betting on? I'm going to have to go with none other than the Leech. For the simple fact that Tony Ferguson recently got knocked out in a brutal fashion, and he's going up a weight division at 170 pounds where those guys even hit a little harder. And the Leech is known for that knockout power. So for that reason, I'm going to have to go with Leech. But anyways, now let's take it to the gym.
The Leech versus Tony Ferguson. This is an interesting matchup because we have the Tony who hasn't been the Tony that we've known from a long time ago. But Tony has made some changes going up to Team Jackson and New Mexico and perfecting and learning his craft down there from new coaching to new training, and hopefully that could maybe be a difference in this fight. But in my opinion, you cannot show old dog new tricks. I think Tony Ferguson's time was probably about 4 to 5 years ago when he was interim champ, when he triangle choked the Motown Phenom back in UFC. I don't know when. I'm not good with my numbers, but he's going up against a tough, talented, Chinese in the Leech who has very massive power, who can land at any moment. I do believe that Tony's movements and doing all this could kind of be the difference, but I don't know if he was training, if the training that he's done in the past has really harmed Tony Ferguson. I think that's my biggest thing. So for that reason, these are hard fights to break down because they both just are fighters and not necessarily had that tactical sense, but for that reason, I'm going with the leech. The leech's right hand is very crucial, and it's very, very dangerous. And I've seen him against Russians, knocking people out. So for that reason, if I had to bet my money, I'm gonna go with the leech. That right hand is very, very powerful. I don't think Tony Ferguson's been the same. So that's my take. Back to you.
So before I let you guys go, I have to go over the dog of the day because I just can't. As much as people are betting for Khamzat Chimaev to beat him, I'm still going to have to give the dog of the day to Nate Diaz, the guy who has the 4th most submissions in UFC history, the guy with the experience, the guy who is still dangerous on bottom. You know, so if you really want to hedge your bet, I will go Nate Diaz by submission. I don't know what round, I don't know when, it might be in the later rounds, but that's what I would take to really, you know, make it fun, make it interesting, and really hedge your money as you would want to. So these are all my picks for UFC 279. You guys make sure to go to BetOnline and get your bets on. So thank you guys for watching Bet Like a Go with none other than Henry Cejudo, aka Triple C. So you guys make sure to get your bets on and go to BetOnline.ag. We are out. So thank you guys again for watching. It means a lot to me. So you guys remember, there's more breakdowns, there's more technique, there's more tactics, and there's definitely more cringe. So make sure to subscribe and click on that button. I'm out.